So my question to you guys is, can we get a top 5 all-time PGs list? Because I've been having this discussion back home in the gym a lot.
Do you feel like somebody shouldn't be on that list?
For me, it's Chris Paul. We every time I hear a top 5 PG list, Chris Paul is in it, and I'm not really understanding why. No knock to CP. I know people gonna say I'm biased or whatever. Strictly from an accolades and a performance standpoint, I don't think Chris Paul is top 5.
Is it Magic, Steph, Zeke?
Do you have Zeke in there in top 5?
Absolutely.
He got to be.
So
3.
I think it's 3 permanent.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Where does LeBron go in this point guard
That's not a
list?
point.
LeBron,
He's just a
Come on,
goat.
point
He's just a goat.
LeBron initiates the
He's just a
offense.
god, G.
He's just a goat.
LeBron initiates the offense.
He's a demigod.
Yeah.
Don't-
Oh, there we go.
So we're not calling LeBron a point guard. We're calling Steph a point guard.
Yes.
So after those 3, CP3 is not behind. You don't see.
I just feel like the list starts to get.
Who you putting?
Crazy.
Who you putting?
We got to bring up Steve Nash.
2 MVPs.
We got to bring up John Stockton.
See?
We got to bring
Diversity.
up Jason Kidd.
Do you put Iverson ahead of CP? Do you
I don't think
consider
Iverson was a 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eric Snow was running the 1.
Yeah. Iverson was damn near a 3. You know the way he
really
was. He
was.
was just a bucket getter. You know what I
Aaron
mean?
McKee was out there on
Right.
the floor
Yeah.
with him too. It made no sense, but it worked.
Jeez, yeah.
Tom McCullough's big. I mean, just
Tom
looking at
McCullough,
that
yeah,
squad.
right. That was a
Tom
five.
the
McCullough,
construction
that
of that squad.
right,
was like,
right.
all right, these little dudes, what they
Tom
gonna do?
McCullough had some touch around that ring.
No, he
Tom
not. No.
McCullough was
I remember.
cool.
I remember him back in college. Like he was that dude.
Let me ask you, Westbrook or CP3?
Then we got to bring in Westbrook.
Oh wow. So you willing to put him above CP3?
I mean, he's an MVP.
That's a fact.
CP doesn't have that.
Doesn't have
That's
that.
what I'm saying. We talking about
Doesn't have the
accolades.
chip
We talking
either,
about
yeah.
performance. We talking about championships.
Numbers.
CP's a hell of a talent. He's been one since he stepped foot in the L.
The internet is going to be set ablaze.
I gotta put him in like 4 or 5 though.
Over
Who you putting on that list? Who you pushing off?
I think.
You
Shit.
gonna push
I don't.
Isaiah out?
You said what?
You gonna push Isaiah
No,
out?
Isaiah's in
Isaiah
it.
3.
That's what I'm saying.
I think. I
Them
think.
3 in
I
there.
think.
Okay.
You pushing Stockton out?
I think CP3 would have cooked fucking Stockton.
We not talking about who's better. We're talking about accolades.
John,
and
you're going to have to do
career.
diversity training after this
Pocket
shit.
passing?
Yeah,
Okay,
like,
no,
Here,
bro.
take John
We got
Stockton off the
all-time
list.
assists.
No, man, I mean, come on. You gonna say okay?
We got
okay.
all-time assists, all-time steals.
John,
God damn, bro.
And nobody's
no
going to
one's-
break the record.
Right. Yeah.
just because he looks like a State Farm insurance salesman, I'm just trying to take because that's the very deceiving when you look at the
He
dude.
might have been at the Capitol on January 6th.
On that dream
but-
team, you want Stockton, you want CP3. If you could have switched it.
He was at AOC's office
here
on
for
January
hypotheticals.
6th.
We just here for the numbers, baby.
We
You
here,
know, here
we
for
here
the facts.
for raw
I guess.
facts.
Ooh, that is ugly. That is man. It's hard to argue that. And then Nash has those 2 MVPs, even though I think
One belongs to
Chris Paul's a
Kobe.
better player, but
One
I
is
think
Kobe.
a guy that
belongs
get
to
left
Kobe.
off
It's Kobe.
PG list too is Tony Parker. And I know it was.
about
I
that
know it was.
too.
I know it was a. He's a system guy. Like I'm not trying to hear none of that.
No, he was a bucket.
I feel like Tony's
He was a bucket.
He was a
Facts.
bucket.
Facts.
Let me ask y'all a
Tony was
question.
a 2-hand layup in the lane. I don't know how he got that
Man,
shit off.
that
you know
spin
what I mean?
move, scoop,
That little
unstoppable.
floater too.
Yes.
Motherfuckers didn't have a floater back then. He had, you know what I'm saying?
We got to go back to something that's really been irking and bothering me. Does LeBron James play point guard right now? In your opinion, in your expert NBA opinion,
LeBron is a GOAT, bro.
who
He's in a
who
category
initiates
of
the
his own.
offense on the Los Angeles Lakers?
Patrick Beverly. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I already know.
I feel like
I mean,
I'm gonna make the
Obviously-
LeBron PG argument.
obviously you could put LeBron, but you could say the same thing about James Harden. You could say the same
Yeah.
thing
For
about Luka.
for sure.
They might not be traditional PGs, but they
Right.
get asked to play that. That's why, like, even I think about my guy Rashad Phillips. The
Shit,
game is
Lamar Odom was a point at one
Yeah, he
time. If
was.
that's the case,
that
so
that was
fun
another
when it was.
argument we
yeah,
could make.
so fun to watch.
Because he was one of the first dudes when you talk about
Point
people like
forwards,
yourself, but
yep.
6'9",
we
6'10".
put Draymond as point too.
Draymond, you're not really.
He initiates offense.
Hey, you heard
No,
Chuck. That Chuck was
camera.
like, nah. We jumped the shark, Chuck. We lost the plot right there. He said,
Does he not initiate offense?
He ain't no point, though.
He's more
Why
of,
isn't he?
from the point forward.
he ain't-
He's more of
nah,
a
I don't
point
think-
forward.
So what's LeBron?
Saying the coach.
He's the quarterback of the
LeBron
offense.
is a point guard on offense.
Point.
So who initiates the offense in Golden State?
I think that's Steph. Steph just go get it.
I guess you
He
don't see
just go get
Steph. I
his?
guess you don't see
Running off
Steph
screens.
in the down all screen.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean
Elevator.
Draymond's in the middle with the rock. Like,
Handle it just like that too.
That's a fair point.
Need everything.
yeah, like
All of that shit.
Waiting for the handoff.
Right.
He initiates offense.
But that's the thing too. When you really look at that
offense.
position, because I wouldn't call Steph a true point guard just from that standpoint. Because I need his ass to get buckets. But it's the same way with Gil. I wouldn't call Gil a true point guard, even though he needed to do that shit to get his buckets off.
We gotta look at the point guard.
All right, so we talking about true point guard.
It's hard, but by technicality though.
About true point guards, and we going back to the top 5. Rajon Rondo got to be on the list.
Is
That might
this
be
Kentucky
bias.
love?
That might be Kentucky bias. I love Rajon.
I don't care if you don't. I said what I said. I said what I said.
You thought, nigga. I
And
said
we
what I
talking
said.
about pure point guards.
Right.
He has to.
And this is the thing, man. Everybody nowadays is concerned with is really what's the list to you, but you actually, and this is why I always defer to people like yourself. You've actually been out there seeing these dudes.
Saw that shit live.
We go on Basketball Reference, we go on Stat Muse, and he was this and his offensive rating, but it's like, no, you had to actually guard that thing on the court or see him in action to see the fear he instilled on the other side. So that's why I can't even really argue or debate with somebody like yourself. Like, we can debate amongst each other because none of us played one NBA minute combined.
They smelled the court. You feel me?